Did you know that the demand for clinical psychologists is on the rise, with a projected growth rate over 11% for the next 5 years?
Hi everyone, I'm Bethy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you behind the scenes of what it takes to earn a PhD in clinical psychology in the United States. From navigating rigorous coursework to diving into hands-on clinical experiences, join me as I share my journey through the challenging yet rewarding path of earning a PhD degree in clinical psychology. Before we dive in, let me give you a bit context. Clinical psychology programs can vary greatly in their structure and graduation requirements. I'll be sharing insights from my experience in a APA-accredited program designed as a 5-year journey. Our program follows a practitioner-scholar training model, emphasizing both clinical practice and scholarly research. I hope it will give you an idea of what to expect when you enter a PhD clinical psychology program in the United States. Now let's break down the graduation requirements and what each year entails. There are 4 major components for graduation requirements in my program. First up, we have academic training. Over the course of first 3 years in grad school, students are required to complete 150 units of required coursework and 18 elective units for a total of 168 units of classes, covering a wide range of topics from psychology history to ethics, research methods, and many more. Next, there is clinical training. This involves completing at least 2 full-time practica with additional elective options available. In the 5th and final year of grad school, students embark on a 2,000-hour full-time internship, gaining invaluable hands-on experience in clinical settings. The research component is also crucial. Students undertake an empirical dissertation project. Most of the work occurs in year 4, though students can start as early as they were in the first year of grad school. Also, students must publish a first authored article or poster presentation before they graduate. Finally, students need to pass various milestone exams, including the research competency exam, which is basically a stats and coding test. Make sure that students are equipped with the knowledge and skills to perform well in future research projects. There's the assessment competency exam, the clinical competency exam, and an oral competency exam, in which students will get a case vignette and do a 1-hour presentation to 2 faculty psychologists. These milestones ensure that students are well prepared for the challenges ahead. Now let's delve into each year of the program, starting with year 1. Year 1 is all about laying a solid foundation with a hefty course load, typically around 7 courses per quarter, including Saturday classes. Students delve into a wide range of topics essential to clinical psychology, from psychology history to research methods, statistics, and ethics. The curriculum covers the breadth of the field. Here's a list of the courses that I had to complete. While it can be exhausting, especially for those who were just transitioning from undergrad studies, it was also an exciting time for discovery and learning different fields of psychology. For me, this year coincided with the start of the pandemic, which means there were fewer distractions and more time to focus on studying. In addition to coursework during the first year, many students, including myself, also found research assistant opportunities. Volunteer in research labs provided invaluable hands-on experience and helped solidify my interest in a specific area in psychology. Towards the end of the first year, students applied to join research labs. I went to lab fair, did a lot of networking, went through the application process, interviews, and matched with my advisor, who also became my dissertation chair. By the end of the first year, students must pass the research competency exam, testing their understanding of basic statistical concepts and research methodologies essential for their future work. The summer after year 1 marks the start of clinical training. At my program, all second-year students will start clinical training at our school's own community mental health clinic, where I started to gain practical experience working with clients. This hands-on training experience was invaluable and set the stage for future clinical work. Year 2 is when things really started to ramp up. While continuing clinical training for about 20 to 24 hours per week and taking more classes, I also started to focus more on my dissertation proposal and other research projects. This was also the time to start thinking about applying to external practicum sites. In the winter quarter, I applied to external practicum sites, which involved submitting applications, interviewing, and going through a match process. I matched with Kaiser for my year 3 practicum training. By the end of year 2, I completed the first draft of my dissertation proposal and had finalized my committee members. Also, at that time, all students needed to take and pass the assessment competency exam, which included administering various neuropsychology assessments and writing assessment reports. During the summer after year 2, I wrapped up my first practicum training and transitioned into the next clinical training site, which was Kaiser for me, where I continued to hone my clinical skills while also devoting time to my dissertation project. Year 3 was a time of transition. With most of my required courses completed, I had more flexibility to pursue elective classes of my interests. I delved deeper into trauma psychology, taking additional classes, and completed the trauma emphasis at my program. During this year, I also successfully proposed my dissertation and began the IRB process for the research project. I presented my first authored poster project at a national psychology conference, went through application process again for year 4 of external practicum training, and matched with San Francisco VA. Additionally, I started preparing for my internship applications and passed competency exams in both written clinical exam and oral clinical presentation. The summer after year 3 was also busy, like always, but it was also a rewarding time because as I started my clinical training at San Francisco VA, began to work on my internship applications, I also officially advanced to candidacy and received my diploma for MS in psychology, which was a significant milestone in the program. And next, year 4 is all about bringing everything together. In the first half of my 4th year in grad school, I was busy going through the APA internship application process, interviewing, collecting data for my dissertation project. During second half of my 4th year, I matched with my top site for internship and successfully defended my dissertation. So it's a both hectic and fruitful, rewarding year. The 5th and final year of the program is dedicated to the full-time internship experience. Students are required to earn at least 2,000 clinical hours during the year. This immersive training opportunity allows students to apply their skills and knowledge in real-world settings, preparing them for licensure and professional practice. As we conclude the video today about clinical psychology PhD program in the United States, it's very important to recognize that everyone's path is unique. While I've shared my personal experience, it's essential to remember that each student navigates through the program at their own pace and with their own priorities. In fact, it's not uncommon for students to take additional time beyond the traditional 5 years to complete all graduation requirements. Whether you're considering embarking on this journey yourself or simply curious about the process, I hope this glimpse into my experience has provided valuable insights and inspiration for your own path in the dynamic field of clinical psychology. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this video to be helpful, please like and subscribe down below, and I will see you next time.